Hello, and welcome to another Collection Diaries video. It's kind of a mess right now, but there's a method to my madness. And yeah, we are going to be updating my ATEEZ binder cover photos today for pretty much like all my ATEEZ binders. So yeah, I'm going to walk you through that process, show some Photoshop clips, and then we're going to get into this stuff. So let's get into it. Okay, so I'm gonna take you through a very high level, fast process video of me updating my covers in Photoshop. I'm not gonna get too into the weeds about anything, but obviously if you have questions about something related to Photoshop or what I'm doing, feel free to ask. I feel like I say this all the time, but I don't know who actually is a returning viewer or not. So for those who don't know, I'm a graphic designer. So everything I'm doing in Photoshop this is all pretty basic to me. I learned how to do this in high school in my Photoshop classes. But yeah, so the first thing I'm doing is I wanted to update my photo that I used for my bias line album photo card binder. So the photo I originally had was pretty old, and this one had come out during William era, and I thought it was really adorable with them and the bunny ears, so I wanted to use it. I didn't like the text scene in the background because they were obviously standing in front of a big sign or whatever that said Will. Anyway, so I didn't like that. I thought it was distracting, so I'm just filling in the pink in the background to get rid of the text, and I'm not doing anything super complicated, just taking the paint tool. It's very rough because I didn't think it was necessary to be super precise about it, but I'm just filling it in, trying to even it out. I eventually select the whole background to make it an even pink, and then I also take the generative fill tool because the bottom, this part, Hongjoon's suit, it's obviously the photo was cut off, so I just want to fill that in and complete that last portion of the heart shape that I use for my binder covers, and that's that. And then I am also updating the photo that I use for my bias line POB binder. I also adjust this document size a little bit because my A5 wide that I use now is a slightly different size than my old one, so I adjust the document size, but the editing for this was easier. I just used the generative fill to fill in the top and the bottom of the photo. Again, pretty simple. I'm not doing anything super complicated, and so then I adjust the other elements to fit the new page dimension, and just the sizing and the spacing and where everything is laid out to make it fit within the new dimension. And then now I am updating, or I'm creating two new OT8 binder covers. So it took me a while to find photos that fit within the heart shape. I could just do a circle. I think using a circle would have been easier, but I just like putting my photos inside the heart shape. I think it's adorable. So you can see here that I tried one. I actually tried 7 different photos before I found ones that worked. And I'm also looking at other covers I have just to see, this is a Dreamcatcher one. I just wanted to see what elements I included in my other covers. And so I'm kind of copying and pasting from other documents. Here I decided to just include their names in English, so I'm adjusting that, fixing the spacing, all that jazz, and just setting up this document. So all my covers have certain elements that I carry out throughout all of them. And now so I was making 2 versions. So this is the other photo I decided to use. And this one, I spent a long time trying to make this work. And I had this photo as a phone wallpaper, and the way it was edited, I couldn't use that file because the dimensions were wrong. So then I tried to find the raw file, and I was flicking back and forth trying to make it work. And anyway, yeah, I eventually edited the photo to a place where I was okay, this is fine. But you can see me comparing the 2 different files here. But again, I was just trying to find ones that worked within that heart shape, so it was a little difficult, but I eventually got there in the end. And yeah, so those are my 2 new OT8 cover photos, or cover files. And here I am creating a whole new cover for my A5 Hongsong binder, and I was also going back and forth between two different photos. I liked this photo, and this was from a newer magazine shoot, but it was like way too cropped in. So I was using generative fill to fill in the bottom, but I just didn't like how cropped in it was. And so then I decided to go with this photo from, you see me comparing the two. I decided to go with this photo from a fan sign because I like that they were, you know, doing a little heart pose inside the heart shape. And I'm getting rid of the text in the background just because I find it distracting, so I just want to get rid of it. And then I eventually also flipped this photo so that Hongjun is on the left side and Yeosang is on the right side, because you'll see as I'm taking different elements from my other covers and adding them to this file, like obviously Hongjun's name is on the left, Yeosang is on the right, so I wanted the photo to match. And so then I was just adjusting the photo here and like taking other elements from my other covers and including that on this cover and adjusting the spacing and the layout and all that jazz. Okay, so you saw some Photoshop clips of me updating my files. So I have them printed. My printer kind of sucks, but I am too lazy to like get these printed at Staples. So yeah, I just live with the shitty printing, and I don't really care that much. So yeah, this is what they look like printed out. So this is my A5 wide Biasline Pod binder cover. And then we have my A5 Hongsong binder cover. And then this one I printed twice, and it was still like, even the font down here was getting fucked up. And so yeah, I don't know. I want a new printer because I really hate my printer. And even when I print, like I clean the print heads and then I do test prints and everything looks fine, but then when I actually print stuff out, it doesn't look fine and I don't fucking get it, and it's been going on for like years. And anyway, so this is for my, I think I did this one for my POB binder, and then this binder is Biasline and OT8, and then this one I'm doing for my merch binder. I think that's what I decided. I'm gonna double check. But I think that's what I decided to do. And then this is my new cover for my Biasline album binder. So I updated some photos, made some new ones. I mean, you guys would have seen because I showed the Photoshop clips, but yes, anyway, so some I have to cut. But first, let me just do the big binders. So I'll put these ones to the side because I have to trim those. Let me get these binders out of the way. And I'll also show you guys how I like do the hole punching and all that jazz. It's pretty easy, but in case anyone was curious. Okay, so first binder is my album card Biasline binder. So this has been my cover for a while, but I wanted to update the photo, and so they had this one from William Era that I liked because I thought they looked cute, and so I decided to go with that one. Okay, so I'll put this one to the side for recycling. All right, these are the easy binders to get through because I don't have to do anything. Oh, I also, yeah, I don't know if it was this one or the other one, but I had one binder that was still missing the spine. If you didn't know, now you know. I have this like antique map washi tape that I put on the spine because I think it looks cool, and I very much lean into that pirate motif for my binders. Like all of my dividers have this like antique-y pirate mappy type of scrapbook paper as dividers. So yeah, this is the album card. The POB, wait, what am I saying? I'm confusing myself. This is the OT8 POB and then Japanese card binder. So what we're gonna, I think I said I'm gonna do this one for POB, I think. And then this binder should be my merch. Yes, my bias line merch, and then OT8 merch. So this is a strictly merch binder. And this, I'm gonna do this guy. Cute. These two are essentially the same, just different photos. Okay, so now we are moving on to trimming these guys, and I will show you what I do for that. Okay, let's start with my A5 wide. So I think I'm also, at first I only put a piece of tape at the top and bottom, but it's starting to kind of bubble and come up at the edges, so I think I'm just gonna tape the whole thing down on the spine here, because unlike the other guys where there's like a plastic covering, this doesn't have that, so I just stuck the washi tape directly onto the spine, but obviously it's, you know, it only stays sticky for so long. So yeah, I'm just gonna put more clear tape over this guy. I think, if you don't know, I painted this binder. This is a Meow Cafe white binder. I painted it red to match. Some of it is starting to chip off. It's been like a year now, over a year. So, I mean, to be honest, it's holding up pretty well. I think I could have done a better paint job on this. So I don't know if one day maybe I'll just sand it, give it a good sand again, and then another coat of paint. But I'm thinking in the interim, maybe I just get like a red Sharpie and just cover the little white spots up. I don't know. Anyway, so this is my old A5 wide cover. I wanted to update the photo, so I picked this one from one of the concerts. It's such a cute photo. Anyway, so I also needed to recut this because this used to be a B on D A5 size, but with the Meow Cafe binder, the dimensions were slightly different. So I wanted to change that out. And then I just measured this guy and put it, yeah, so it should line up exactly with this, and it does. Perfect. So then this is also, actually, I'll probably base my whole punches off of this guy, but let me cut this out first. Let me move this to the side. And let me do a little trim. So when I take my files, I have a file in Photoshop that is US letter size. And so I take my export of this, I bring it into that US letter size file, and then I make sure I don't change the sizing at all, so it's like the real to scale size, and then I just put a border around it, so then I know where to cut. Hopefully that makes sense. I mean, none of this is complicated. Everyone can do this kind of stuff at home if you wanted to make your own binder covers like this. It's not complicated. Obviously, oh my god, that fucking lawnmower. I obviously use Photoshop just because that is the program that I use pretty much every day of my life because I'm a graphic designer, but I mean, there's Canva, there's other free things out there that I'm sure people can use. Oh, did I cut that crooked? Or did it just print crooked? Because that was definitely crooked. I swear to God, sometimes this doesn't always cut straight. I'm like, I know I'm lining it up, but it doesn't look straight to me. This I also had to print twice because my first print, I just changed my ink head because they were out. I was out of ink, and the first one I printed, it was so fucked up. Anyway, okay, that one I definitely cut crooked. Oh well. Okay, so now I'm going to take the plastic from this guy, line it up on this side, and then just draw the holes. That is how I do it. I don't like how, so this plastic protector, it's shorter than the sleeve. So I measured these guys out to be the same width as the binder page, but then the protector is shorter, which is kind of annoying, but oh well, it is what it is. So the day that I'm filming, actually let me do it on this so it's easier. Anyway, the day that I'm filming this is ticketing day for ATEEZ and Fantasy concert, and let me just say that ticketing did not go well for me. I'm kind of upset about it. I mean, I got tickets, which, so like, I'm happy. I mean, I got tickets for New York, and it's not like they didn't sell out. So I'm happy, obviously, that I got tickets, but I hesitated. I let VIP out of my grasp, and I will forever beat myself up about that. But I was having trouble with Ticketmaster. My friend who I was ticketing with kept getting a fucking blank screen at Ticketmaster, so it was a hot mess. And then I hesitated, and then there was no more VIP. So yeah, don't hesitate. This was not my first rodeo, and I knew better, and I still made that mistake. But anyway, if you ticketed, I hope you got what you wanted. I can't believe that they announced a fucking tour before the next comeback. I guess that's just what KQ is doing now. I'm bitter about it. I don't know if you can tell. Like, I know comeback is on its way. So it's like, KQ, what the fuck are you doing? Anyway, now I'm just ranting. I'm simultaneously happy but sad. Because, like, obviously I'm happy I'm seeing ATEEZ again in concert. But I'm sad because I didn't get the tickets that I wanted. Anyway, don't mind me. Just ranting a little bit. Anyway, I did get the tickets that we were planning for LA. I'm flying out to LA as well to see them, and I'm visiting my friend. Last year, my friend in LA came to me in New York, and so now this time I'm going to her in LA. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited to see her again. I'm like really frazzled today, to be honest. I haven't eaten anything all day because of just the nerves and the anxiety. A lot of people on my Discord did get the tickets they wanted, so I'm happy about that. But at the same time, I'm still sad that I didn't get what I wanted. But yeah. Okay, anyway. That is my cover for my A5 wide. Very cute. I love this one. It's so adorable. I love them. Okay, so now we are going to move on to my Hongsang binder. So this one, I was going back and forth about what photo I wanted, but I eventually settled for this one. Oh wait, let me put this to the side again. Let me get this guy out and we will do a little slice of dice. Sorry, that was cringe. Okay. Oh, I hit my tripod. Okay. Let me do. So at first I wasn't going to do a cover for this guy, but then I was thinking I kind of want to have these two face each other on the inside. I'll do that later. But I was like, I wonder, I think it might be good if I have this in the front, and then basically I'll have an extra page, but then I could have these two face each other like that. That's kind of what I was thinking. Let me get this guy out. So we will line up. So I have a hard surface to lean on. Let me line this up. So again, I measured, it looks a little bit longer. I don't know how I ended up doing that because I measured this guy. Okay. Let's pop these guys out. Me too. I'm gonna see if I need to cut the other ones. Hole punch. Oh, I do. Yeah. Oh, interesting. Okay. I feel like there's so many extra holes for this. Okay. So let's put this guy back, and this guy, and then this guy. Right? I just think that's cute. There's so many extra. I didn't need to do that. Maybe I'll print it again eventually. Right? I think that's cute. Okay. God, the sun is coming in strong right now. All right. So, I mean, that's that. Those are my covers. Hopefully you guys found it somewhat interesting or relaxing or whatever. This is how I set up my covers most of the time. And yeah, if you got tickets to see ATEEZ this summer, let me know. If you're going to NYC City Field, hopefully it won't rain again like last year. I think we all got a little PTSD from that. Anyway, yeah, I'll see you there. All right. Bye guys.